What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 38 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the most degenerate squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
They put a gotcha game on PC.
We got the mayor of Stardew Valley and Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
Rocket League is doing something to my blood pressure, and I need to quit.
And we got the Akatsuki Durag, Madrid Devon.
Yo, I'm gonna feel like a Kardashian flipping off these different face plates.
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the PS5 teardown, the new PlayStation trophy system, Cyberpunk going gold, Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and Apex Legends crossplay. Alright, so this faceplate thing, so I guess we'll start with the PS5 teardown. So if you go to PlayStation's official YouTube channel, it's trending on YouTube as of recording. They basically did a complete, from the ground up, they're like, here's a PS5, we're going to take it all the way apart. They showed like legitimately every aspect of the console, like the motherboard. They were identifying where the RAM was, like the system on a chip. Like they really went into the granular details of the hardware of the PlayStation 5 in a way that actually, like, there are some things that came out as part of this that have me extra excited about this next gen. So, did you guys all get to watch it, or?
No.
I watched half of it.
Madrid, did you watch any?
I watched the beginning of it and then started getting bored.
Okay, so
what got you really excited?
What got me really excited is the fact that up until now, every PlayStation console that's had a hard drive out the box, so the PS3 and the PS4, what you'd have to do to upgrade your storage is take out the existing one and put in a new one, like flash it with the software and everything like that, which is why I've tried to do it super early on in the generation every time. Like, I'll buy...
Just swap in a new 2 tera, do the process now while everything's fresh, and not have to do it for 3 days.
Right. So, the interesting thing about this is all of the internal SSD is soldered to the motherboard, so it's like actually part of the motherboard, so it can get optimal speeds. But then they have the M.2 drive, so any expanding of the storage, it just has a slot that you can put an M.2 drive in, put in the little screw, and you're good to go.
That's cool.
So no matter what, you're just adding on storage. At no point can you take away the base storage of the system. So that's kind of a good thing. I mean, we'll see how it turns out as far as, like, if this memory, like... I still have a feeling both of these consoles are going to have, like, an issue with them. Like, early on, like, I feel like, you know, first run bleeding edge stuff, like, always has an issue. So I just feel
it's not
like...
gonna be great.
Going into this, like, and I mean, like, even the PS4 Pro is still getting, like, hardware revisions. The PlayStation 4 is still, like, there's the different version that has, like, the capacitive buttons versus the physical buttons. Like, we got, so even if it's not, like, a one-to-one, like, oh, the PS4 to the PS4 Slim, there'll be, like, small hardware revisions here and there that will just, you know, improve the console over time. But I think these first run systems, like avoiding any, like, issues that you could have dealing with, like, Red Ring of Death type issues. I think that this is exciting, in particular, because if it works the way it should work and everything works well for the rest of the generation, like, that's something I could make sure all of the games that I want to keep preserved are on the storage that's built into the system and can't be messed with in any way. And then everything that's on the other internal drive, because now, like, basically instead of just having one internal drive, you have one that's part of the motherboard and one that you can put in. So in a couple years, when, like, 4 terabytes of an M.2 drive is $150, that'd be completely doable. Like, that's something I'd totally, like, just grab and slap into my PS5 just to have, like, an insane amount of storage.
I can't wait for that.
I really like how the consoles are actually becoming a bit more modular.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that
I mean,
just makes...
the
You
thing
mean
is
becoming
that-
PCs just outright?
The hard drives have been modular since there have been hard drives. Like the PS2 had the hard drive bay in there that you could just put like a standard like PC, I think it was like 3.5 millimeter hard drive. You could just hook it up and put it in there. And the PS3 had the same thing where it was just, but it was a 2.5 millimeter. And so you could just plug in the SATA cable and like put it in there and upgrade the storage. I mean, up to a certain point, but you could upgrade the storage pretty significantly in the PS3. And then even with the PS4, like I have a 2 terabyte hybrid drive in there and a 2 terabyte external, and then these consoles are also going to let you like use USB 3.0 as like cold storage. So if you want to plug up an external hard drive that you already have, like I do, to the PS5, you can use that as just like store the data for these games. And so I already out the box I know I have an additional 2 terabytes of just like cold game storage. Like I can't run the games off of this because the speed the system's expecting off the SSD won't be the same, but I mean it's just raw storage. Like I'm not going to be playing all the games
dealing
that I
with
have.
the fact that Call of Duty Warzone is like what 500 gigs at this point.
I thought
like
it could.
200.
No, it's not. Because there was like 2 updates ago that it reduced. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that it's
a lot.
I mean,
don't get me wrong.
yeah, it's entirely too much, and for a game that it'll be interesting.
I just hope that's not the trend.
I don't think so. I feel like Activision games have kind of been doing that. Like Destiny was one that like they had a lot of stuff. They had like just an incredibly large install size, but even that they're trying to work out now that they're not part of Activision. But yeah, I feel like
it's a way of
that
nerfing the competition, essentially. Like, yo, we delete space on your console. That means you have less games to choose from, which makes you more likely to just play this one.
Right, you're not going to download Battlefield if you got Call of Duty already installed.
Are we even getting Battlefields anymore?
Yeah,
I
Battlefield
think so.
5 is...
I mean, I haven't heard anything about that since Battlefield 5 was Battlefield 5.
I mean, Battlefield 5 is still getting new content and updates. So,
Is it?
yes. Like, if you look up Battlefield 5, I'm pretty sure you'll find a story in the last month and a half at the very least. Like, in the last 6 weeks,
Is that
you'll
what's
find...
popping in the streets? Is that what's like...
No, I mean,
what's grabbing
Overwatch is still
attention?
getting updates, so, like...
Who's playing
Yeah,
Overwatch?
but Overwatch is the most current Overwatch, you know? Battlefield 5 is the most current Battlefield. Like, Call of Duty's still getting up... Like, Season 6 just dropped in Modern Warfare.
That's true. Wait, is Battlefield do they have a battle royale?
Yes, they do. Battlefield 5 does have a Battle Royale. I want to say it's called Firestorm or, like...
Yeah, it's Fire something.
Ring of Fire.
Fire
Something like
Strike.
that.
But, yeah, they do have, like, Battlefield 5 does have a Battle Royale. That is part of it. Like, that's a story I definitely remember happening. Madrid sleep over there. So staying on the PlayStation train, like, I mean, if anybody wants to watch the PS5 teardown, I definitely, especially if you're someone who's built a PC.
Faceplates.
Yeah, faceplate. So, like, the
You
first
can pop
thing
them on
they
and
showed,
off. That looks
Yeah.
simple as taking off your fucking phone case.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So you can change custom faceplates?
yeah, the, like,
Just straight
big
rip
panels
off the
on the
mask.
side, like just take them off and put like the cool thing about this is I'm expecting to take mine off, get an artist to like do a custom design on mine, and just like because it's just as simple as painting plastic. Like it's 2 plastic panels.
Okay. I
Any
present 2
artist I
things
give
to you.
this to, what's up?
One, steelbooks, like special edition games come with a special edition
yes,
faceplate. Instead of
yes.
having like so smaller studios don't have to worry about trying to crank out a whole console, just like plates or like a cheaper alternative if you can't. It was like damn.
Well, I
already
mean
have
that's
a
the thing.
PlayStation.
Third parties can easily just start selling like. As far as
Yeah,
like,
but you know
looking
people
at
want
the-
that official for certain things. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have an official Persona faceplate as opposed to like one an artist did.
If I can get Resident Evil Village faceplate,
Yeah, that
Yeah,
depends.
but what I'm saying is, let's say Atlas just decides to sell these plates. they could totally just buy a 3D printer, like make these custom faceplates for their games, and they wouldn't necessarily have to go through PlayStation, but they'd still be official. Like, think about a studio like Supergiant.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make a Hades custom PS5, they have a store, an online store already. They could just put official Hades faceplates for the PS5 in the store, and you wouldn't necessarily have to go through PlayStation, because I mean it's just 2 chunks of plastic. It's not like necessarily like
a whole ass console.
Right. Yeah.
Does that mean Etsy's about to be popping with these faceplates?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I present to you point number 2.
Here's the artists that are going to be popping. The people who makes the faceplates for those fight sticks. They're gonna be wildin'.
Yeah, they're gonna get some horny commissions, and honestly, I'm here for it. But the second point, cheesy controller faceplates.
Yo.
We got to get a 3D printer. That'll be put on the wish list for the podcast of like equipment we need is a 3D printer to make custom engraved cheesy controller.
Heck, I want a 3D printer.
So with donations from listeners like you can help the Cheesy Controller podcast procure a 3D printer so we can get y'all some vanity faceplates.
I don't even remember what I took out my pen to write something down, but Madrid just threw
It was probably my name in the death note. Just like, damn it, shut up.
It's like, motherfucker.
If I see you eat a potato chip, that's how I'll know.
I had corn chips earlier, but they're all gone because I know I would have kept eating them during recording. So
The struggle.
Right.
But yeah, so
Can't just
Madrid
have one.
mentioned the faceplates. One of the other interesting things is the fan is a bigger but quieter fan than the PS4
God.
has. And
I don't need a jet engine.
disk drive has like an encasing on it that makes, like, you know how in pretty much anything with the disk drive you can hear the disk drive spinning up?
Right.
They legitimately made an enclosure that would dampen the sound of the discs spinning up in the disk drive in the PS5. So I think
that's nice.
Right, yeah, I think
they
that's
gave it a
one
nice
of the
little
things they know.
bulletproof vest. Bet.
Somebody shoots your PS5 dead on.
Yo, you can straight up use that shit as a shield going forward into the like the post-pandemic meta, to where it's just Fallout. You know, you can have just a huge, like, that shit is huge. Like, we're ignoring the huge elephant in the room. In that console is
the
fucking
size of that console?
mammoth.
Yeah, it's an absolute
big.
unit.
Yo,
I
it's
mean, I
probably
feel
bigger
like a
than
lot
a
of the
monitor.
space is well used.
Yeah.
I don't think it's taller than, like, my monitor plus the stand. Still looking at the dimensions of it, I probably need to get out a ruler and actually measure that. But I feel like the height of my monitor in front of me is higher, like, plus the stand and everything else is higher than the PS5.
It was the size of that man's torso.
To be fair, a computer tower is normally huge, so if they're putting these like high components in it to where it's matching PC, it's gonna have to get bigger.
That's an interesting point. Not even my tower PC is taller than my monitor, so I highly doubt that my PS5 is going to be bigger than my PC.
Right.
So I think I'll be good as far as like putting it where I want to put it. Like I have like width clearance and length clearance. It's just as like, and I mean, if I have to see a little white ridge coming over the backside of my monitor for my PS5 to be there, so be it.
Yeah.
Those are the lips.
What's up? I see you.
All right,
It's,
so
it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
yeah, it's totally right for them ray traced 4K 60 FPS graphics.
There you go.
So the next thing I want to talk about, staying on the PlayStation train, is trophy leveling is being changed, and it'll probably be out by the time you hear this, which is like, this is weird considering they haven't done anything like this since they introduced trophies.
How's it supposed to work?
So
Why are they doing it?
To make it more interesting.
Yeah, so this is one thing that'll make it more interesting. This is kind of a thing that more so represents how much you've done. Like, up until now, it's pretty much like your level kind of meant something, but, you know, the leveling system, there's still going to be a bunch of arbitrary numbers behind the scene that are going to like influence your trophy level. But I feel like this is just more of a way to reward people so you don't feel as stagnant with your levels as you felt before. So, and I mean, it's just interesting because like the fact that they're changing systems like this, and like there are a few minor things they're adding that I think that they're straight up copying from Xbox that achievements had that trophies haven't had. So I feel like just across the board, that's a good thing that we're getting some of these features.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, they're expanding the trophy range. Like the current trophy range is level 1 to level 100. Now they're changing it from level 1 to level 999. Apparently, if you are in like above level 12 in trophies right now, you're going to hit triple digits soon. And so as you level up, you get different badges. Currently, there's like a gold trophy logo with like, it's like a gold star with a trophy in it. And that's just your level. But now it's going to somewhat function like Overwatch, where like your badge will evolve over time. So like the way your portrait frame in Overwatch, like as you level up, gets more intricate and like levels up through different tiers. That's how that
like as you
icon's
prestige, right?
Kind of progression. Makes them trophies feel like they're worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds cool as fuck.
Cool. Yeah.
And so that's going to be interesting. That by the time people are hearing this, they'll probably have these updates out on their PS4s. And the fact they're doing it now, getting ready for the PS5, just means from day one, we're going to be on this new system. Like, I'm excited to get my first PS5 trophy. I'm excited to see what that little trophy top looks like. I'm excited for a lot of things. And, I mean, this is just, like, kind of going into PS4. They didn't really say much about trophies at all. They're just like, yeah, they'll be there. And it's like, this time it feels like they're actually, like, putting some focus and some care into, like, making this system that's meant to make players feel rewarded, to make it feel even more rewarding. And so the thing that they're copying from Xbox that I'm super excited for is trophy progress tracking. So if there's a trophy for, like, kill 100 people, and you've killed 70 people, there'll be a progress bar on the trophy that says 70 out of 100 instead of you just hoping.
That makes life so much easier.
That's so
Right.
cool.
Yeah, instead of hoping like the game on some like stat screen or something has that number so you can kind of look back on it, the trophy itself will have just a progress bar. And I mean, Xbox has been doing this all generation, so it's really that, and that's one of the number one things people request for improving trophies is give us system level like tracking of our progress. And so that'll be great that every game that we play on PS5 is going to have that system level tracking.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm with it.
All right.
I mean, I like what I've been hearing from what the next generation of consoles are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that they're doing a lot more things to entice more people as far as like stick with your console family, stick with like we're doing backwards compatibility, so stick with the platform you're on and just get an enhanced experience for next gen. Don't, just sit back and, because a lot of people from 360 to PS, like from 360 to the Xbox One generation, a lot of people switched to PS4 because PS4 was just like a better offering. Like I know, Chris, you were like primarily 360 and you switched to PS4, but now going into this next gen, there are more reasons to stay with PlayStation because you have this whole generation of games that you've bought, especially digital games, that you can carry forward with you. And if you were to go over to Xbox, you wouldn't have as much.
That's true.
But you do get Game Pass. Like, Xbox is bringing up all these things that are like, shit.
I mean,
I'm just saying, right now we in the honeymoon
It's looking
phase.
good.
Everything's going to be nice. A bunch of nice games, cheap price, and then you're going to see that price go up. You're going to feel that squeeze.
Well, I mean, Demon Souls is a launch game that's already $70. Miles Morales, like the actual...
Oh, I meant more about Microsoft. That's why they're buying. That's why they bought up ZeniMax.
You think that Game Pass is going to go up?
True.
It inevitably will.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
so.
right now, getting your games on for $15 a month on your PC and games on your Xbox with gold included and other incentives that they're throwing out on you is just a fucking solid deal. I would
Exactly, but it ain't gonna stay that way forever.
Did y'all ever use GameFly?
Yes.
No.
I actually tried that out.
You actually tried it? Was it any good? Because I was always skeptical.
No,
Was it
because if you tried to get a popular game at a time it was popular, they'd be like, no, we're just sending you the next thing off your list. And then sometimes, depending on how your list goes, because you're trying to play all the stuff everyone's talking about, you'll think you're going to get the game you want, but you'll get, like, game number 9.
So it's like old Netflix.
It was old Netflix for video
when
games.
they sent you things.
Right, so this was just... Game Pass is just the natural progression of what it should have been.
Yeah. Game Pass is literally Netflix for video games.
Is anybody going to fuck with Amazon Luna?
No.
No.
There's a reason we haven't even talked about it. Like I keep
I
forgetting.
forgot that was a thing.
No, Amazon told me to talk about it, so...
Oh.
We getting that Amazon check.
If we get that, sure, I'll get it.
Right, yeah, I'll totally.
solely only play
Yo,
it.
Bezos
Amazon, I'll tell you right now.
Paying us.
Give me money. Heck, I'll do it for money. I'll try out anything you want. For
Yeah,
money.
like
Did y'all see
Yeah.
Bezos with those
120 FPS at
robot
4K?
arms?
What?
y'all
Shari
see-
Valda?
Valhalla?
If you know, you know.
But wait, what are you talking about with robot arms? You can't just fucking start that shit and just
So y'all
check
did
out of the
okay. So
conversation.
Jeff Bezos was operating these giant
the robot dogs?
arms. No, robot arms. Like it's almost like a mech type shit. Like that's the way it's set up. Like it has that interface. It's like, all right, I'm gonna use my arms here, and then there's a huge fucking robot stand behind you, working the arms, and he's just having the fucking time of his life, looking like a true villain.
So this motherfucker's actually playing in a fucking Gundam. I mean a Megazord. That's sick son of a fuck. He's actually in a Megazord.
I mean,
I can't believe I'm the only one that's seen this.
That's some cyberpunk ass shit. Speaking of cyberpunk, Cyberpunk 27 has officially gone gold, which means they are going to spend the rest of development time between now and launch working on the day one patch that's going to sort out 1,000,000,001 issues that are in the shipping game. So, yay!
Yep. Yeah, I hope it's good because I really need a game of this genre to be good right now. That's just all I want.
I feel like this game's gonna be good. It might take a week, but I feel like it's gonna be good.
Well, I think so. That's more like I feel like Cyberpunk at its base state will be playable and a good game. I just feel like there's a lot of like actual like gameplay stuff that like if you buy Cyberpunk physically, put it in your console, like disconnect your console from the internet, like don't download it, even the day one update. I feel like you're still going to get a solid experience. Mm-hmm. But like I feel like it's going to be a situation similar to Destiny where if you play Destiny before the day one patch, you were playing Destiny, but they like actually put a lot of the balance of the game. So
I don't see it being that bad because this is this is a single player game.
I feel like if anything, it's really just like little bugs that you wouldn't expect.
It's probably just like last minute bug fixes, little maybe like fixing up quest markers.
Maybe
or something
some
like
last
that.
minute ad placements in game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ad play. Madrid just keeps coming out of left field with these like. Just
Wait, you didn't see?
No,
the ad
I'm being
placement
dead ass.
in
Like
UFC?
billboards would
They
probably
straight
just
up will
be
play
real
ads in the middle of your
billboards.
$60 UFC game.
Yeah, but
What?
UFC is what's that? EA.
Yeah.
Now? Cyberpunk is CD Projekt. Like they're
does-
It could
developing
be
and
as easy
publishing
as
it.
can
a
still
bottle
happen.
that just
I
says
mean,
Coca-Cola. Like, come
To
on.
be fair, like all of their
They do
sports
this shit in
games all
movies.
have ads on it though.
Yeah, like
Madden
pretty much every
literally
sports
says
game.
brought to you by Pepsi at one point in their game. Like,
Cause didn't Death Stranding have like Mountain Dew or some shit in it?
No,
Monster.
Energy.
Monster. Whatever, they're the same shit.
It is. They're both.
It's
green,
cow
so
juice. It is fucking cow juice. Like.
I take offense to that. I am a Chad, not a Kyle. All right.
Hey, they sip from the same chalice.
Yeah,
Zeus, Poseidon,
you grew out of
Chad,
you grew out
Kyle.
of Mountain Dew, and you grew out of Mountain Dew and started drinking Monster when you got addicted to caffeine. And I'm not wrong.
I drank Coca-Cola, like.
Okay. I drink Mountain Dew.
Damn, just say you drink IPAs
you know what?
too.
Looking at that Bezos video, you know what? He really wants to be Lex Luthor.
Bro, look how fucking he's too excited about that. And this
But on the
video is
same
probably
notion,
gonna get
if I was doing
flagged
that,
for
I
it.
would be having just as much fun.
All right. So does anybody have anything?
Let me see if
more
I can
on
choke
Cyberpunk
myself with
before
this
I go to
robot
this
arm.
next story?
Choking yourself with a
Look,
robot
I need
arm?
it. I need
That's
it to
pretty
be like
cyberpunk.
as good as I hope it to be. Cause one thing about Cyberpunk is this entire time it's been really hard to figure out what the expectations of the game is supposed to be. Like,
I mean, tempered. That's what they should be for any video game that you have not played yourself. Your expectations should be tempered. Like, I'm not expecting this game to be the second coming of fucking PC Jesus, you know? Like,
I don't want the second coming. I want it to choke me. God damn it.
So you want to have the second coming. Heard.
God damn it.
All right. So I'm just gonna completely leave this all the way alone. Ghost of Tsushima Legends has got an official release date. They're adding a lot of improvements to the base game as well with this update. But October 16th, Ghost of Tsushima is getting its 1.1 update, and I'm extremely excited about it. I
Still on
have
sale.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it's still on sale. It'll be on sale until the day the DLC comes out.
Okay, should I roll the dice?
I think
Get
you
it.
just be into this game in general. Like, I don't feel like this is a
No,
dice
not.
roll, like,
I'm not saying it's a dice roll, but I'm saying if I wait out on this sale, right, and then after they put out this new update, and they're like, we got another sale, probably like in 2 weeks, maybe a month after. It's like, yo, we got this other sale, and it's
here's
even
my thing.
cheaper.
I feel like you're gonna want to play it with the boys, and we're all gonna be on Legends day one. Like, the whole Monster Hunter squad is gonna go and play Ghost of Tsushima Legends. So I just feel like the fact that you're getting it on sale at all right now, and I mean it's like what, $20 off, $15 off.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
like
pretty
45.
significant sale over full price, and like I mean, you can always wait for a better sale. Like, The Last of Us 1 is fucking $5 everywhere right now. Yeah, it's not like you can get.
That shit don't
these
come with your
great
console
games.
at this
That's
point?
an old console game, though.
You said what, Chris?
I said that's an old console game, though.
That didn't fucking matter for Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh shit, Ghost is
it
about to be an
doesn't-
old console game pretty soon.
And that's how that's how Microsoft's gonna get you. That's how they're gonna get you. Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna come to PS5. It's gonna be $70, but you can get it on Game Pass for $15 a month.
Bam, you already sold me. PC, what up?
I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding. I ain't played an Elder Scrolls game in my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
same.
100. I'm gonna be 300. It's a series that I love that I have to admit got progressively worse over
Yeah,
time.
haven't you? That's the thing about a lot of these Bethesda studios that Xbox got. Hasn't their quality somewhat diminished over time? Isn't that
Well,
like?
I'm
of
actually
the
we're being
Bethesda
100,
problem?
100. But if we're being 100,
Evil Within
100,
was solid.
Bethesda has been
It
shit this
depends on
entire
the-
time.
It
Like,
depends
they're-
on their individual studios.
Yeah.
But
like Doom's still good.
What? Yeah, I guess id. And I
Come
will
on, we're about to
Doom.
get we're about to get Deathloop
Evil
from
Within
Arcane.
2
like,
was way better than Evil Within 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that was the sentiment on that. But I mean, as far as like the actual Bethesda game studios, like I know nobody loves Fallout 4 as much as they love Fallout 3. Nobody loves
That's true.
Skyrim, the way people
Nobody
love
loves 76.
Morrowind?
No. And the thing about it is no one loves Oblivion like how they love Morrowind.
Yeah.
Because every single time you go into a new sequel, you watch them strip out features out of those games and then sell it to you for full price.
Yo, I still say I'm a little more at this point. I'm a little more hyped for the Obsidian Elder Scrolls like game.
Oh, whatever Obsidian makes, I'm in.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like,
good.
you know, they have pretty much earned my trust. Like,
This is a question that I've wanted to ask you guys since Microsoft bought Bethesda. What do you guys think about the possibility of a Fallout New Vegas 2?
I've heard rumors of that, so.
no.
It's a possibility. Shit.
I'm saying full on no.
It's a
Let's go
possibility.
somewhere else. Because that's the thing. That was the thing that kept Fallout interesting. Is that we kept going to different parts of the wasteland. Like,
Okay, let me
But
put it in a different way.
Obsidian.
If Obsidian wants to make a new Fallout game, I'm
possibility
in.
of another Obsidian Fallout? What are the odds that we see a Fallout or Elder Scrolls spin-off from Obsidian?
not likely. I see an
Why?
Outer Worlds. They just dropped Outer
Anything is
Worlds.
possible.
And Outer Worlds was great. I see an Outer Worlds sequel before I see them do Elder Scrolls.
But you don't see them doing something in the Fallout universe because part of the Outer Worlds is the fact that they just couldn't use the Fallout license. But now they're under the same umbrella as Fallout.
But that's the type of stuff that allows you to create, that gives you the space to create stuff as your own. Like, the Fallout was built off of Wasteland. Wasteland is GURPS, which is a tabletop RPG. It's like, I see them doing out, and also I'd rather just see more Outer Worlds than Fallout. Like,
Yeah,
I want a
can't
laser
say
gun,
I
not a
enjoy
really
the
shitty pipe
aesthetic
pistol.
Of Outer Worlds way more than Fallout.
Okay.
And also, I feel like you can
honestly, I
do more
think
with
it could
Outer
happen.
Worlds than you could with Fallout. Like,
I
at
just
the end of
feel
the
like
day,
that's a way for Obsidian to once again flex their development chops under a banner that people know. So like,
but that's the thing
New
about it, like,
Vegas sold
but I
more.
feel like after they've already made Outer Worlds, so I feel like that's their banner, and it's
yeah, but
theirs.
that's
If
not
they
a
flex,
mainstream banner.
they're also be flexing on Bethesda Studios themselves, and you know they don't want that. It's like, damn, you really just gonna
But
do
they
this
did that
better
last
than
time.
me?
Like that's the thing.
With
Fallout
my
New
own
Vegas-
shit? You gonna do my own shit better than me again? After we already broke up, and now we're forced to live together. I don't know.
That's cold.
That's cool, man. Why you gonna do me like that?
But
That's a
yeah,
rom-com. Do
I
you want to
just-
play a rom-com?
No,
I feel
I
like
just
we-
want Elder Scrolls 6.5 developed by Obsidian.
No, I want Bethesda to get their shit together and actually make fucking
Good
this
games.
shit right,
Jalen.
and let Outer Worlds keep making
Jalen.
my space. That's the thing about it. I don't get space RPGs. Like, all the RPGs have to be some weird post-capitalism failure of neo-libertarianism, fucking Bioshock, Fallout. Like, I want to be in space, and I want a fucking laser gun.
Right. Because
Like-
it really just
Like,
gave me
even
those
Destiny,
those
Destiny's
KOTOR
entire
vibes.
thing is we're space wizards. Don't give me enough laser guns. Outer
Wait,
Worlds,
hold
they
on.
give me a
Did
lot
y'all
of
watch
laser
that
guns.
Destiny vid?
Yes.
No, I haven't been caught up with the Destiny stuff.
That shit looks sick.
It
I think
does,
they're working that magic of come on, the water's
But
fine.
like that's the thing, people on Xbox are back into Destiny 2 in a way I was not, because all of Destiny is on Game Pass. So like if you have Game Pass and you have an Xbox, you can play all of the Destiny content that's out, and you don't even have to pre-order Beyond Light because it's coming to Game Pass day and date. So like
Bro,
I know
I'm
a
not
bunch
saying
of
that
people are
Series S
getting
is
back
calling
into
my
Destiny.
name, but no, that Series X. Excuse me. I'm not saying that's calling my name, but it's been looking,
mean,
it's
it's been looking a
solid.
little
They're not-
lovelier.
They're not
It's-
making bad moves, and that's good for them.
Right, the fact that all of us know that it's probably better just to play all these games on PC, but still, at the end of the day, like, this console is, like, This is an extremely appealing console.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna get it because
heck, if I didn't want my PC to specifically do other things, the Xbox is a very, very appealing console to me.
Y'all see the Monster Hunter load times?
Right?
Not.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's PC for me, but that Microsoft is literally in this to win this.
Yeah, they're in to win this console generation. I mean, you know, maybe PlayStation will get their act together at some point, but I mean, we talked about it on last week's episode, but I just don't feel like their messaging is as strong. They're like none of their
PlayStation's not being transparent enough.
Right, and Xbox
I feel like this is what happens every console
go.
cycle. Is that whoever did well the last generation rests on their laurels, comes in cocky, not really that transparent, and then the competition's out there doing whatever they need to do to win.
I just like how Xbox is just like, yeah, play wherever you want to play. Like, gaming's life. We love everybody. And then Slick trying to, like, come in and try to destroy PlayStation. Not saying they're going to, but they're
I'm just saying,
doing
get everyone into your walled garden, and then the moment that you got them all in there, lock the gates and get to squeezing.
Yeah,
Bring
Xbox
dry.
is literally
every
adjusting
penny,
their
every
glasses.
dollar.
With the sheen,
right?
Just
like the hair gel is coming, like they're getting ready to go.
Yo.
All right, so the last story, like, we didn't really get to talk about Ghost of Tsushima Legends, but I feel like we will have somebody on the podcast once it's out who's more experienced with Ghost of Tsushima, because I know none of us have really played it extensively. Like, I've dabbled in it a little bit in Madrid. I know you don't have it, Jalen. I don't think you don't have it.
Who knows? I might have it by next episode.
So, yeah, I feel like we'll have more to talk about. Like, it's a substantial update, and if you're interested, go check the official PlayStation and
right. It definitely looks dope as fuck, though.
Yeah, it looks super dope. Like, I'm glad that I bought this game on launch, or I pre-ordered this game. Like, I just haven't been in the mood for something like that, but this multiplayer aspect seems like I'm way more in the mood for it than I am for another 40-hour plus single-player thing, you know?
And what if this shit, like, really gets legs behind it and people are like, yo...
Well, I mean, they've already announced a raid. I'm trying to raid with the boys in feudal Japan. That's what I'm trying to do. The same way we out here hunting these monsters in Monster Hunter, I'm trying to do horde mode in Ghost of Tsushima with Ronin Ninja as a Ronin. You know what I'm saying?
I see it.
Fighting yokai?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Getting us ready for Rise? Come on,
There's
man.
a 2-player story mode. Like, that's the other thing. So, like, there's an entire story in this that's 2 players, and then 4 players you're dealing with, like, survival missions and, like, wave-based things and, like, challenge missions and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's, as far as, like, the 2-player stuff, like, that's all new story in this, like, franchise that's just going to help build it out going into next gen. Because I feel like Sucker Punch, like, they did it with Infamous, but Ghost of Tsushima off rip is doing way better than I feel like Infamous did, like when off of Infamous 1, you know. So the last story I want to talk about, and I mean Madrid, you're probably the one who could talk the most about this, but Apex has crossplay now. It's in crossplay beta.
Yeah. So Apex has crossplay now, and Apex is in crossplay beta. I don't know. I really haven't played it. Like, I played a little bit, like, right before this patch, oddly enough, just because I had that itch to just, like, shoot somebody in video game form. Yeah.
You just wanted
As
to
we
throw.
all do.
Yeah.
You just wanted to throw.
I played, like, 2 matches, got, like, 3 kills, and then I stopped playing.
Right. I mean, I can't really talk because I logged into Fortnite and just got Wolverine and did a whole bunch of random shit.
Right.
But,
I'm not gonna lie. This patch does have me a little disappointed with one thing, and I think the internet is pretty much universally ticked about this. But they removed wraiths Naruto.
Oh yeah, she lost her ninja run for no reason.
They did it to kind of nerf her hitbox.
Her ungodly hitbox.
Yeah, because it is ungodly. It is ungodly. This is true. But now she runs like a normal ass person, and
it just doesn't feel right.
That ain't right.
Game ruining. Uninstalled.
Yo, people are really doing that though.
It's doing it for the clout. Like, I saw somebody uninstall Fortnite because they added Wolverine, and I'm like, all right, have fun waiting for that to reinstall. Like,
yo, who doesn't fucking like Wolverine?
Yeah, what the fuck's the beef?
What kind of?
I mean, he is a bit overused within the Marvel thing currently in the comics, but that's just because they don't know what they're doing.
He's yellow.
He's
that
one
attracts
of the
attention.
Most Marvel characters that they have. Like, outside of like maybe Spider-Man.
I mean, he's part of the X-Men. That's the thing about it. Like,
when you think X-Men, like, a lot of people go straight to Wolverine first. And it may be the orange guy, like the yellow guy from the fucking animated, or it might be Hugh Jackman. But people think of Wolverine. And then, if they're bright, they probably think of Storm. If not Storm first.
Well, I mean, I have Storm and Wolverine now, so I'm all good. Storm out here...
Do you get their powers?
Yeah, like everybody, So
can she fly?
Can she summon thunderstorms?
Like, are you shooting lightning instead of guns at people?
Is it OP as fuck because she's such a badass?
So, like, that's the thing.
She is an Omega level mutant.
They've had these weapons that are like, every time there's been a Marvel event, like, those characters are represented. Like, you can pick up Mjolnir and, like, you throw Mjolnir at people and, like, stuff like that. You can pick up Captain America's shield, throw it.
So they finally made Fortnite a hero shooter, is what you're saying. That they found the most roundabout / on the nose method of making Fortnite into a hero shooter.
I still don't feel like it's a shooter. It's still just a battle royale. It's still just like. But, I mean, when I killed Wolverine, because that's what you had to do to unlock him, when I killed Wolverine and got the skin, the Wolverine that I killed in the game dropped Wolverine's claws, and so I was able to pick those up, and they took up a gun slot, and I could charge at people with my claws and spin and deflect bullets, and so I still don't feel like it's a hero shooter.
Those sound like moves and abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're getting weapons that are doing.
I mean, but
things.
it's they did it in a Fortnite way. But the point I'm making is that they still did it because Fortnite's gonna fucking do everything.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite. Like, if you have a good idea, Fortnite's gonna copy it. But that don't hurt me, a Fortnite player, at all. Like, I love pinging in Fortnite now. I love the fact that.
Just wait till they turn into an anime fighter. It's the anime fighter season. Like, they just drop Soul Bad Guy Sword.
2D 3v3 tag team anime fighter. Like, they have the roster for it, Overwatch it sure as fuck ain't gonna do it, so, Epic will chase that bag wherever the fuck it takes them. They've had Tenet crossovers. They've had BTS crossovers. They had Travis Scott crossovers. Fucking Major Lazer, Marshmello, Ninja. Like, Fortnite will do whatever it takes to secure. Like, Yoko Taro talks a big game about doing whatever it takes to make a quick buck. Epic will do whatever the fuck it takes to make a quick buck.
All I'm saying is our king was horny on main and always is. It's appreciated.
Yeah. I'm not. This is not me slandering Yoko Taro by any stretch. Before, he.
Wait, what are you talking about? This is half the time. This turns into the Horny on Main podcast. The fuck you talking about? Can't say shit over here.
I mean, we may have to get Justin on this podcast because some of the things I be hearing on 3-Piece, I just be like, wow, I thought we were some degenerates.
On 3-Piece?
Not 3-Piece. Rusty Rupees.
3-Piece is coming back.
Twitter argument with the 3-Piece set podcast trying to argue that Naruto is more consistently better than Bleach, which is just not true whatsoever.
I think you worded that a little weird.
Yeah.
I definitely did, but we're going to keep it moving. Bleach is better than Naruto. I'll say it again on the podcast again.
I'm going to let you die on that hill, and that's okay.
I feel like I'm
a
the
Bleach
most
stan,
informed
so
on
I'm
this
gonna
subject.
take Bleach over Naruto personally. That's my choice though. You don't have to make the same choice.
Pretty much everybody with any sense.
And guess what? I'm going to take One Piece over both of those.
Naruto? Okay,
I'm taking One Piece over all of that.
As a
The
whole.
entirety,
As a
franchise, as a whole, I'd take Bleach over Naruto any day. Like, Chris, you missed our whole anime argument and, like, fall anime season recap thing we were doing last week.
Oh, watch Burn the Witch
just be
and
quiet,
Jujutsu Kaisen. Those shits are tight.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yes.
just personally
Yes.
think that, yes, Naruto ended very weak, and Shippuden kind of sucked, but man, Naruto hit when it first started.
But, like, my argument is we're still dealing with Naruto in the form of Boruto. And we see how that's
That
going.
doesn't count.
Actually,
That does
I would
count.
like to say this.
Stepchild that I didn't.
The manga's
But it
kind of
exists.
lit.
It's a continuation
I'm not
of the
gonna.
story.
The manga's kind of lit.
Yeah, the
manga?
manga's actually like
And straight up, the thing with the Boruto anime is they straight up
good.
should have just waited a couple of arcs
They
to let it
should've.
start instead of starting it
They
so
should've.
close.
no. If y'all want to
But
be
the thing
super
is-
big brain about this, another studio should have picked up fucking Boruto. And they should have taken the seasonal anime approach. Like, instead, they're trying that old fucking tired and dead ass. We're just gonna keep cranking this shit out until we can, and then start cranking that shit out like shortly after, because we can.
All right.
Yep.
So, I think that's about it for stories for this week. I kind of want to check in on what everybody's been on. I feel like we haven't done like a significant check-in on what we've really been playing for a while. So, like, this week I've been on Fortnite, Monster Hunter, and Rocket League. And I mean, Monster Hunter, I am... What are y'all doing, a fusion dance over there? Like, what the hell is going on?
We're just stretching.
They're trying to fuse into one degenerate.
Right, you
Let's
gotta
go.
dilute Madrid's degeneracy with Chris's degeneracy, but then you get like
I don't
the
know. We
unlocked
sprinkle in
potential
tequila,
of
and
Chris's
we'll be right back at a base level.
degeneracy.
We're trying to be the best we can in this podcast.
Yeah, man. You got to keep stretching and stay hydrated.
Yeah.
I finished the
Gonna
bottle
stay
of water I
hydrated.
had in here, so I mean, like, we're not gonna be here that much longer, so I can go get another bottle after this. But yeah, I've been on Monster Hunter out here. Haven't beat Fatalis yet. Still can't beat Real Deal.
Yo, fuck
Electrion.
Fatalis. Whew.
Fatalis, I don't think we talked about it last time, but like I beat the single player portion of Fatalis, so you have to beat the first phase by yourself.
I didn't even beat that, dog.
Oh, Eric's videos, like, shout out Eric's Gaming. They, all these years of Monster Hunter, I feel like every time they post a video, I learn something new. And so, I mean, I just kind of implemented. I'm not going to say I was out there, like, I still had 5 cards left after it, like, all that. No, I was down to my final card. I used up my insurance. I was down there, but, the strategies I got from their guide definitely came in handy as far as like getting me past the single player part. So now I can actually run it multiplayer with people if I want to. But I still want to beat Real Deal Elatrion beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, show it what it do.
Dude, last night they were like running it and like I'm so confused as to how we came out of last night without me having beat Real Deal Elatrion. Because we had all the right pieces, but
It just didn't happen.
yeah, it just didn't happen. But I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, Elatrion and Fatalis are both like, I feel like I feel like even Elatrion hasn't been out long enough for me to really feel like I'm comfortable to the point that I can just smack it around yet. So, between those two monsters, like, I got two black dragons that are out here trying to murder me and fuck up shit, and, you know, Monster Hunter Rise doesn't drop till March. Like, I'll beat them, and I'll probably try and platinum Iceborne between now and then, but...
Yeah, there you go.
For now, we're in a good spot, I think.
Yeah.
Fortnite's just Fortnite. I know nobody cares. I'm like tier 80 something in the battle pass, so like I'm definitely going to finish it out and get all this stuff and do these challenges for these alternative skins and all this stuff. But I'm just going to chip away at Fortnite in the background while everybody else just doesn't give a flying shit. And I can stunt on people every single time I play, because that's my favorite thing to do in Fortnite is just like pull out a skin you didn't even know was in the game that I know you want and just rock it and make you feel bad about the fact that you weren't playing with Fortnite with me this entire time.
I don't know. Unless they have Storm's white X-Men Evolution outfit, I think I'm good.
I'd definitely say Google Storm skin in Fortnite.
It's the Mohawk one. I know it's the Mohawk one. I already know it's the fucking Mohawk one.
There are multiple ones. That's the thing. There are multiple variations of the skin.
Yeah, but you don't need it.
There's like the base version where she's the white with the X's on her shoulders. And then there's also the Mohawk one that you can get where she's like punk rock Storm. So there are multiple variations of all these characters. Like Thor has regular Thor, and then you have
Fat Thor?
No, not Fat Thor. Unfortunately.
That'd be lit. I'd actually figure out why my account is banned.
Why?
Heck, I'd
If
figure
I could
out
get
that
Fat
for
Thor,
Jane
I would
Foster
just
Thor.
figure it out.
Alright, but Jalen, what you been on this week? What you been playing?
So I was working on my runs of Hades, because I think to get to I guess you would call it like the functional end of the plot. Or the first act is in about, when you beat Hades about 10 times. I'm on like 5-6 right now, trying to do it with the rest of the weapons. But then I started playing Genshin Impact, and that's all I've been playing ever since. It's terrible.
So
Genshin Impact, that's something I know we haven't talked about on the podcast. For like the uninitiated, like...
Okay, so what if Breath of the Wild was a gacha game? That's Genshin Impact.
So, have you played Breath of the Wild?
Yes, I played Breath of the Wild.
Okay, because that's one of the things people keep saying, like...
No. I'm not just... It's not like, oh, we're calling this Breath of the Wild because it looks like Breath of the Wild. No, it plays like Breath of the Wild, and it does the exact same thing to my brain as Breath of the Wild does. Yeah. Where I end up just running around picking up collectibles for 8 hours. Not doing anything important. Just running around like, oh, there's a piece of candy, there's a piece of candy, there's something else, there's something else. But it's also a gacha game.
It does take a lot of systems from Breath of the Wild, like straight up. Like the way fire works.
The elemental system in this game is actually pretty lit. So,
well, I mean, from what I've seen, it's the exact same elemental system for Breath of the Wild.
It is, but because it's a gacha game, it does a little bit more. Like, for example, wind element will take any element that's already debuffing an enemy and turn it into an AoE. So if they're on fire, you'll get a giant fire tornado, a lightning tornado, and whatnot, or like a whirlpool. But if they're doused in water and you hit them with electricity, then they'll just start chain lightning anyone who's near them.
Well, yeah, that was part of the problem that I had with Breath of the Wild was, like, lightning would... it'd be raining and lightning would strike a puddle I'm standing in and it would just...
Yeah, but that's the thing about it is, because it's a gacha game, in this case, I'm made out of lightning. Like, when it rains, my lightning character is like, oh, I get free AoEs on my lightning characters because it's raining. Oh. Like, the system will screw you. Like, I was doing one of the weekly bosses. It's a giant wolf, and my healer is water. So I had my healing aura on, but every 5 seconds I would get frozen, because he had ice on the ground, and since I was wet, I would freeze. But,
Alright, so one of the things I've been curious about with this game that I feel like, how many hours into this game are you?
probably almost 20, almost 30 hours, I want to say.
Jesus.
Okay, so you put you what's like your adventure rank?
I am currently adventure rank 22, but I also spent a lot of time picking up whatchamacallit. What are these items called?
Berries.
No. But yes, I was picking up a lot of berries, but I was picking up... And I cannot pronounce that shit.
Okay.
Culls. That's what I'm calling them. Cullis. Pretty much, there's 60 of them in each elemental section of the map. And if you turn them in to rank up the statue, that's how you get your stamina increases.
Okay.
And also, I'm just at the point where this is just starting to take a while. Like...
Alright, so what I'm wondering is, so people are saying that it has multiplayer. Earlier when I said that, you said, well, it has co-op. Like, I know Bleach, Brave Souls, like, I know how gacha games typically handle co-op. Is this game handling it like that? Is it handling like this is a two-player Breath of the Wild?
As of right now, it's more of you can load into somebody's game, somebody's world, and do stuff with them. The main convenience is just allowing you to have extra access to weekly bosses so far, from what I've seen.
Okay.
Because, like, I've done my weekly wolf boss, so I can't do it anymore this week. But then, if you get on, I can do your wolf boss and get more rewards.
Okay. So, kind of like how we were doing Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that.
I find it to be more of a... That's the thing about it, is like the co-op is not... I don't find it to be implemented that well in this game. Like, not implemented well. It's not a core feature of this game.
Okay.
This game isn't like, yeah, you want to be playing with your friends in co-op. Like, you don't unlock co-op until you hit, like, adventure rank, like, 15, and that's, like, 10, 15 hours into the game, maybe.
Okay. I didn't know if that should be something I should be grinding towards because it drastically changes the game.
No. My main gripe with this game is the fact that, like, I want more characters, but the rates are ass. That's why you see a bunch of, like, streamers and content creators already in, like, the thousands of dollars spent on this game.
I mean, would it be a gacha game that has hooked influencers if it weren't that? Because I feel like the same thing happened with Pokemon Masters.
Pokemon's Masters rates... Well, actually, the problem with Genshin Impact is the fact that it's starting to be... Sometimes the characters that I'm using are becoming a bit stale. Like, I'm using the same couple of characters, I'm doing the same combos... And, like, there are other characters, I just don't have them. Because I gotcha. They give you a full team.
I remember somebody was saying something about weapons and characters being in the same pool.
It's hell. It is absolute hell. It's not the... Like, the rates are... It's not the worst 5-star rates I've ever seen in my life, but they're definitely on the low end. But.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I feel very torn about this game. Like, I wish I could play an anime Breath of the Wild, but at the same time, I don't know how I feel about a console-based gacha game. Mm-hmm. I know it's on mobile and PC.
Heck, I'm playing it on PC right now.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this game as a concept.
You should just play it some more and see what happens.
Yeah, I really should, and maybe it'll ruin my life by the time we...
This game has insane potential, and the 1.1 update is supposed to be coming soon. So, right now they're having an event where it's like, if you hit Adventure Rank 20 before the 1.1 update, you get a 4-star healer named Barbara for free. And she is very handy. just having like an on-demand healer. That's nice.
Cool.
Like, there is plenty of content in this game. Like, it's for it being a very recent release, this is quite good.
Alright. Well, Chris, what you been on this week? These past couple weeks,
Solely
what you
Rocket
playing?
League. Just
Solely Rocket League.
Yeah. Just trying to get that, the Fortnite bus is what I guess me and you were just trying to get to.
Yeah, we both got that, and actually that got me a bunch of Fortnite stuff, not Rocket League stuff in Fortnite. So like, I have a car that as back bling. I have the main some of the main menu music as my Fortnite menu music. It's really cool. Like, this crossover has gotten me good stuff in 2 games. Like, it's gotten me content for both of these games in this crossover, and I really like how it's going.
That's super dope. I guess it came out on free-to-play a couple of weeks ago now, and I love playing Rocket League, but I have noticed something playing, or at least solo queuing. It's not as much when you and me play together, but solo queuing, I am starting to see that everybody is enjoying this free-to-play game. And that's good, and I'm hoping they're having a good-ass experience, but damn. I haven't experienced this lack of knowledge of this game going against opponents, or even having opponents on teammates on my team trying to play this game, that I'm just like, you're either being overly aggressive because you think you've kind of figured this game out, or you don't even know how to hit the ball, or I don't know what's going on. I feel like I am constantly stressed trying to get a win in this game now, because I am the one player on the team that will be good, and then the other teammates will just be aggressive and tackle me and just like demolish me as much as possible.
Are you playing casual or are you playing ranked?
Casual. It's like in ranked, it's a totally
ranked.
different story. Like, if I'm playing
no,
ranked,
you're at the point.
no,
like straight up. It's like me with League. That's why I stopped playing League the last time I stopped playing League, because it's like, at this point it's like, no, I have to play ranked. I need a certain skill level.
I'll play ranked just to get that. I don't know. I just like just to try to get this challenge and try to get the bus and all the things that were going with it, and do my battle pass and casually play and just have a good time. I was just like, I'm going to play casual. And it turned out to be a little more stressful than I actually wanted it to be. And I think I could probably have done a better job just playing competitive, just because they're at my level. So there's no incompetency on either side of the field.
No. You're still, I'm going to say right now, it's still going to turn into like casual solo queue because people, but you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have a higher chance though.
But when it's with me and Anton, I don't know how we just finally actually get players that are good. Or maybe it's just us playing past 12 a.m.
No, it's because the majority of the team is communicating and all this other jazz.
Yeah, that's another thing. Which I'm like, this is cool, because I actually want a challenge. I don't want to be like, all right, I hit this ball on this side of the field over and over and over again, just to have 3 players in front of the goal trying to block it.
Not knowing how to jump.
Yeah, and just like, okay. Yeah. I hope they're enjoying the game, and I hope they get good at the game, because this game is great, and I need people to experience this game, but at the same time, I don't want to play with y'all.
Right. You could just play with me. Like, you hit me up. Like, we got Deontay from the Rusty Rupees. He plays on Xbox consistently, so, like, he has that. I actually might tell him to set up cross-save and just bring his Xbox progress over to PlayStation so he could work on that stuff and then carry back to Xbox. But, you know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if we could just get a consistent third, I feel like we'd be in a way better spot. Like, because that's the thing, like Monster Hunter, we can get 4 players for hunts consistently, but it's like damn near impossible to get a 3-stack in Rocket League. Like, if I'm on and I have like somebody else like Radic on or something like that, it's one thing, but then when I get you on, nobody else is on. It's free to play, and it's cross save, cross progression, cross play, all that stuff. So I feel like we need to reach out if anybody in the community is out here playing Rocket League on a level that's even decent, like if you played Rocket League before it went free to play, hit us up in the Discord. We're trying to play some Rocket League. Yeah. I got this season's Rocket Pass, which is somehow season 1 again, but I'm out here.
Actually, I forgot to mention this, but Genshin Impact has a battle pass.
What?
Because of course it has a freaking battle pass.
What?
Damn, yeah, it's a battle pass.
How does that shit work?
You don't get access to it until you hit Adventure Rank 20.
Shit. Alright, well, I've already said I'm trying to reduce the amount of battle passes they get me per season. Like, Apex, fuck whatever they... Like, no matter what Apex does, I'm not buying the Season 6 battle pass because I bought the 5 one. No. I think I got 4 and Loba, and then just haven't gotten anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I had enough coins to get this battle pass, but
yeah, like I mean, Rampart, I should be into like everything Rampart's doing, but I'm just over. I got too many live service games going at one time, and I need to prune it back. I need to just focus on Fortnite and Rocket League, and call it a fucking day. Like, even Call of Duty this season, like, I saw they had dropped Season 6, and I'm like, no, fuck you guys, not again.
What about the Overwatch Battle Pass? You gonna get that?
If that happens for Overwatch 2...
He'd get it.
For the first several seasons, yes. Like, there'd be seasons in it that they'd just be like, I haven't even fucking played this season. Yeah, if Call of Duty got me for 5 seasons and Apex got me for at least 3, Fortnite has gotten me for countless seasons. Like,
Apex is the only one
Fortnite borderline had you since Jump.
You said what?
I said Fortnite borderline had you since Jump.
I mean, I've played a lot more Fortnite than most other people I know, but I also didn't... I think maybe the first time I did it was Season 4 or something, and even... So that's still early. Like, that was before I was juggling multiple battle passes. Like, right now, it's really just Rocket League and Fortnite that I'm focusing on, and I feel like I'm in a good space with just those 2 games, and those games having crossovers, and, like... those games being cross-play, cross-progression, having them on multiple platforms. I feel like those games are more so facilitating me playing them, whereas something like Apex isn't actively facilitating me. Like, it's not cross-progression, it's not out on Switch. Like, I can't just randomly log in on PC and do a couple things, I'm limited more so with something like Call of Duty or Apex than I am with something like Fortnite or Rocket League. And that's just because Epic is doing the cross-play, cross-progression, cross-save, all of that the best out of anybody in the game.
Yeah, I feel like
early Battle Royale game,
early Respawn came out, I was like, yeah, we probably won't be able to do cross-save or cross-progression. Now, I don't know if they were able to, like, go back and start working on that and figure out a way that they could try and do it, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying that's, like, the end-all, be-all as far as, like, me playing these games, because...
I mean, it's definitely something you
Monster Hunter doesn't have any of that shit.
Right, I thought they were going to get it, and at this point, it's like, are they?
No, they're not.
There's no point.
Right, there really is no point. Monster Hunter World is done. Like, it's more so new players would benefit from this, but I don't think they're trying to cater to new players. They're trying to bring new players to Rise.
It's working.
Oh yeah, we got so many people that we're going to have.
We're about to go into Rise like double digits.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to fill out gathering hubs and Rise off rip. Like, we were doing that Safi Jiva siege, and we were kind of deep in there. All right, Madrid, what you been on this week?
Okay.
We're an hour and 10 minutes in. I figured we, start winding down.
Okay. Guys, let's have an open and honest conversation here.
He did the thing.
I
forgot he did it.
A couple days ago, no, Monday, I went ahead and finished Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Cool.
I was streaming it, actually. Unfortunately.
I was at work, so I couldn't watch your stream.
Like, the first half of my stream was cool, you know. And then, you know what fucking happened? They're like, hey, you can't stream anymore, so we're gonna black out your stream.
Blew it out, you know.
Yeah.
They pulled the Persona 5, like, you know how Persona 5, if you try and stream it, they just give you the blue screen of death? Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you try and stream Final Fantasy VII Remake after which
without
sucks.
a capture card. Because I was streaming it without a capture card, and I'm like, I really don't feel like setting up this capture card in OBS. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna keep playing, and y'all are gonna listen to my reactions. So I played for like another hour, 2 hours, honestly, with a blued out screen, and people just listening like, oh, you're on this part, huh? This thing here is happening. All I'm saying is, this game is just Advent Children. Core.
Yeah, I'm torn because I know I don't have the time to invest into this game, but just
you say that, but you could do it. You could do it, like. The past 2 weeks were like the past month when you've played Monster Hunter. You could have had this game beaten in like.
Yeah, I definitely the amount of time I put into Monster Hunter, like especially
like 2 weeks, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like Monster Hunter, the reason I'm spending so much time is because like I'm interacting with people. Like Final Fantasy, I have to fucking shut everybody out and just focus on that. That's why I haven't played Death Stranding.
You actually don't. There's only like a few story points where you're like, oh yeah, I gotta hear this, and a lot of that shit doesn't happen until towards the end, or like on certain scenes. But for the most part, it's like you're just walking around town doing day-to-day things, like you're just drinking in Midgar. Like that game is like, it's kind of like 13, where it's like super linear at a point.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it has these moments, like these bouts of like, not even necessarily open worldness, but like you have a freedom to kind of move around Midgar and check it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I've had moments like that.
Bro, just play this fucking game, bro. There's some shit in there specifically for you, Anton the Chad. Play it. Yeah, I wouldn't steer y'all wrong. Chris, you should play this too.
As a Crisis Core and Advent Children stan.
Yeah, as a reawakened JRPG man, I want you to play this game, Chris. And Jalen, you.
Okay, fair enough.
Just play it. I got a physical copy. You can borrow it.
Jalen, you got me into Crisis Core and Advent Children, and I feel like as the Advent Children and Crisis Core
Come on, man. I don't beg. But y'all just need to play this fucking game, goddammit. Just play it. Just do it. It's fun. It's easy. It's not easy, but it's fun. Like that combat, it's so clean.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I
want to talk about that final boss, cause I get it. Chris, you like tentacle monsters. You played Persona 5.
I don't know how to take that.
You like tentacle monsters.
I'm glad it wasn't me that said it. This has been an intervention long in the making. Chris,
I've seen your Instagram.
Tentacle monsters.
Do I?
You like tentacle monsters. Come on.
Since when? Okay, what did y'all see on my Instagram? That screen tentacle monsters.
I seen that food you cooked. You like tentacle monsters. Anybody cooking food likes tentacle monsters.
Have you ever cooked an octopus and just felt a weird a sense of satisfaction from it?
Yeah, the satisfaction from cooking octopus, nothing more than that.
Right. That's a very specific satisfaction. See, I keep thinking about the final boss, so my brain's going. But yeah, go ahead and play it.
I'm gonna play this damn game, but it's not about tentacle monsters.
I'm really confused. Cause
the tentacle monster wasn't in there that long, so you'll be fine.
Oh, that thing? I just put together what you were talking about.
Jeez.
All right.
See, this is what happens.
Has that been it, Madrid? Is all you did fucking shame Chris about
Come on, I'm trying to
thing?
like think of more reasons to tell y'all to play this game.
See, the problem with that game is that for me to play it, I would have to get around to it, and that involves me getting around to it, and that's a problem.
I'm just saying.
I'm currently
you
playing
should
a
get high on
video game
my
right now.
priority list. I feel like I'm the one that takes the less convincing to play this. Because all it takes is me feel like I have a little bit of extra time to play some games, and nobody's playing Monster Hunter, and that's it. Like, I'll put 10 hours in a day into Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, I can't play 7 because I gotta play 14. It's just.
But when they drop the 7 stuff for 14, you're gonna want to really feel it, though. You know what I'm saying?
You mean
Right,
when they drop
and
4
that's
7
it.
stuff
They did
for
that.
14?
No.
Yeah.
When they drop 7R, because guess what?
Yes.
Just play the
7
fucking
Remake
game,
has
damn it!
shit. 7 Remake has some shit that you need in your life.
Cause 7 Remake Part 2 is gonna be like, what is this? What is happening? What is this whole new
Apparently
world?
the end of Remake Part 1 was just, what the fuck's going on? They fucking redacted so
Damn
much
it.
stuff. Like, they went and fucking
Y'all like-
retroactively retconned.
Y'all like Kingdom
like-
Hearts, don't you?
We're in a whole nother timeline of the Final Fantasy VII universe, and that's interesting to me. I gotta see what the fuck's going on. I gotta see how Redacted is involved, because you know my boy Redacted, like,
Are you talking about Madrid?
no.
Nah, probably Zach.
Yeah. Exactly. Chris, don't ask any questions. I feel like I already know too much.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was about to say a line, but no, I'm not.
Alright, well, if nobody has one more thing before Madrid just fucking ruins Final Fantasy VII Remake for all of us. Anybody? One more thing?
There's a reason
no,
that those
damn
scenes
thing.
are redacted.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, well, remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Anton6 3X's. Jalen, where can people find you?
Squid Bishop.
Chris?
Chefing Chris.
Madrid?
You can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/SunnyChifa, or check me out on Twitter, SpeedwagonX.
Alright, and until next time, keep it cheesy. This podcast, the audio version is edited by Akuma Santi, and the video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. Peace.